Okay, so we've got a payoff matrix question. This table shows the extra profits firms X and Z will earn from two different strategies, A and B. How much would firm Z have to pay firm X to get it to choose strategy B? Alright, that seems a slightly odd question. Okay, let's try and figure out what would happen without worrying about the second part of the question yet. So imagine your firm X, and you think to yourself, if Z chooses strategy A, then should I choose A and get 300, or should I choose B and get 100? 300 is better. If, on the other hand, firm Z chooses strategy B, should I choose strategy A, or should I choose strategy B? Strategy A yields 500, more than 200, so we'll choose that. So now we realise, firm A has a dominant strategy. It will always choose strategy A no matter what Z does. Now, from the perspective of Z, it knows. It's figured out that firm X has this dominant strategy. So it has to think to itself, alright, if I choose A, how much will I make? 300. If I choose strategy B, I'll make 400. 400 is better. So we can see we end up here. This is the equilibrium quadrant. Now our question is, how much would firm Z have to pay firm X to use strategy B instead? Because we know firm X has a dominant strategy and it's not B. It was getting 500. By going to strategy B, assuming firm Z will stay with strategy B, as it probably will, then firm B is going to make 200 instead of 500. That is, for firm X, by moving from strategy A to strategy B, it's going from 500 to 200. That is, it's giving up 300. How much would firm Z have to pay firm X to move? It would have to compensate firm X to the value of its loss, which is 300. That's the answer to that question. We might also ask, would firm Z be willing to do that? Is that price too high, so to speak? Well, think of it from the perspective of firm Z. If nothing else changed, it would be earning 400, but by this strategy, it would be earning 800. So for firm Y, it would be going from 400 to 800. That is, it would be an extra 400 for it. Can it afford to compensate firm X? Absolutely. With that extra 400, it can give 300 of it to firm X, and it still has an extra 100 left over. So it's definitely worth it for firm Z to engage in this behavior. The end.